Hello everyone. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how tools in a toolbox are all shaped differently? A hammer looks nothing like a screwdriver, and a spade looks nothing like a pair of scissors. Why? Because each shape is designed for a specific job, and the same principle applies to cells in biology. Cells, the fundamental units of life, come in many different shapes. Each shape is uniquely suited to its function, just like how different tools are built to perform different tasks. From round red blood cells to long, branched nerve cells, the shape of a cell is a reflection of its role in the organism. For instance, red blood cells need to be flexible and fit into tiny capillaries to deliver oxygen, while neurons need long extensions to carry electrical signals across great distances. Isn't it fascinating how nature designs even the tiniest living structures with such precision and purpose? Let's start with red blood cells, the ones that give your blood its color. These cells have a unique circular and biconcave shape, meaning they are round with a slight depression in the center on both sides. This shape may look simple, but it is perfectly designed to perform its function. Why is this shape so important? First, the biconcave shape increases the surface area, making oxygen exchange much more efficient. This allows for more oxygen to be absorbed and delivered to tissues. Second, this shape makes the red blood cells incredibly flexible. This flexibility is crucial as they travel through the body's narrowest blood capillaries, which could otherwise block a rigid cell. Inside the red blood cells, there is a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen in the lungs and carries it to all the cells in your body. Without this efficient design, oxygen wouldn't be able to reach where it's needed most. Let me tell you a real-life context. Next time you're running, gasping for air, remember that it's these tiny biconcave cells rushing through your bloodstream, ensuring that oxygen is delivered to your muscles so you can keep moving. Now, let's talk about the body's defenders, white blood cells, WBC. Unlike red blood cells, WBC have an amoeboid shape, meaning they can constantly change shape. This ability is crucial for their job, fighting infections. White blood cells move by extending parts of their cell membrane, creating pseudopodia, which literally translates to false feet. These extensions allow WBC to move through the body's tissues, squeezing through the walls of blood vessels and capillaries to reach infected areas. When WBC arrive at an infection site, they engage in a process called phagocytosis, where they surround and engulf harmful microorganisms, effectively neutralizing threats. It's like having a living army moving through your body, constantly defending against invaders. Let me tell you a real-life context. The next time you get a cut or wound, know that your amoeboid white blood cells are already hard at work, rushing to the site to fight off any bacteria or infection. Next, let's take a closer look at nerve cells or neurons. These cells are among the longest and most uniquely shaped in the body. Neurons have a long axon and numerous dendrites that branch out, allowing them to communicate with other cells across vast distances in the body. The long, branching structure of neurons is designed for speed and efficiency. The axon transmits electrical impulses over long distances, while the dendrites receive signals from other neurons. This allows your nervous system to coordinate everything from basic bodily functions like breathing to more complex activities like thinking and moving. Imagine this: if you touch a hot object, your body doesn't hesitate. The message travels from your skin, through your spinal cord, and all the way to your brain in an instant, thanks to the neuron's long axons and branching dendrites. Let me tell you a real-life context. Next time you touch something hot and quickly pull your hand away, it's the neurons at work, their long, branching designs sending and receiving signals at lightning speed. Now, let's step into the world of plants. On the surface of plant leaves, there are tiny pores called stomata. These pores allow gases to move in and out of the plant. But how does the plant control the opening and closing of these pores? That's where guard cells come in. Guard cells are bean-shaped and surround each stoma. Their shape is key to their function. When the guard cells absorb water, they swell and bend outward, causing the stomata to open. When the guard cells lose water, they shrink, causing the stomata to close. This process allows the plant to regulate the exchange of carbon dioxide needed for photosynthesis and oxygen released as a byproduct, as well as manage the release of water vapor in a process known as transpiration. Let me tell you a real-life context. If you've ever noticed dew on plants early in the morning, it's because the guard cells have regulated the stomata to control the water movement. These bean-shaped cells play a vital role in the plant's ability to breathe and conserve water. So, what's the bigger picture here? The shape of a cell is never random, it is always a design crafted for efficiency. Think about red blood cells. Their circular, biconcave shape isn't just a coincidence, it's what allows them to slip through the narrowest capillaries and carry oxygen to every part of the body. White blood cells, on the other hand, don't follow such neat geometry. They constantly change shape like little amoebas, stretching and squeezing through tissue spaces so they can hunt down and destroy invading microbes. Then there are the neurons, the storytellers of your body, with their long axons and branching dendrites. Their shape allows messages to travel quickly across astonishing distances, connecting the tips of your toes to the brain in an instant. And in plants, the humble guard cells curve into a bean-like form, perfectly built to open and close stomatal pores, controlling the delicate balance of gas exchange and water loss. Across all of these examples, one truth shines through: form follows function. Over millions of years, natural selection has sculpted these shapes with exquisite precision, making each cell type a masterpiece of adaptation. Isn't it amazing how life itself has fine-tuned even the smallest details for survival and efficiency? Let's quickly recap. Cells come in many shapes, each matched to a function. Circular, biconcave red blood cells deliver oxygen. Amoeboid white blood cells defend the body. Long, branched neurons transmit messages. Bean-shaped guard cells regulate plant respiration. Isn't it wonderful that the very design of a cell tells us what it does? Nature leaves no detail to chance, even the tiniest cell shape is a masterpiece of biological engineering. I hope you now appreciate how form and function are beautifully connected in biology. Remember, every breath you take, every reflex you feel, every green leaf you see breathing around you, all of it depends on the unique shapes of cells. Biology truly is the science of life in all its intricate beauty. Until next time, keep observing and keep wondering about the hidden designs of nature.